What's up, everyone? Today I want to discuss something that kind of breaks my heart a little bit, and anyone who's been watching my videos on Smash continuously will probably know that for one point in time, I really wanted Resident Evil representation in Smash. Now, as a lot of you already know, Resident Evil anything has pretty much been deconfirmed. The only character that was not added in with a spirit was Claire. Not to be an asshole or anything, but Claire Redfield is probably the least popular of the main four. The main four being Chris Redfield, Claire Redfield, Joe Valentine, and Leon Kennedy. Leon is probably the most popular, with Jill being in second place. But in my opinion, if they were going to add in a DLC character, they probably wouldn't spoil the game ahead of time with spirits, but also spirits get added in with a new character. So the idea that they would add in all these spirits from a game just to later introduce Claire Redfield, which is not really the most popular character from the franchise, definitely not the character that defines the franchise, it makes no sense. I mean, I think everyone is on the same page here that Claire Redfield is probably not going to get in the game. Most people wanted Jill Valentine, and technically she's in the game now, but in the form of a spirit. What's good about this is that it confirms my theory that Resident Evil would be the next most popular Capcom game that should get Smash representation. The downside of this is that we're not going to see this character as a playable character. So I'm kind of bummed about that, but this kind of adds on to something. You see, for a while, I was thinking the next most likely character for number 4 would be Jill and or Leon. The idea for a long time was that we were most likely going to get a Square Enix representation, and we're most likely going to get a Microsoft character, and I was leaning towards Banjo more than anyone. I was saying Banjo was probably the first character I called after Joker. I kind of said he was more likely than Hero even. Like, I just had so much determination really thinking that it was going to be Banjo. And after that, I was thinking the next character would most likely be Jill Valentine or Leon Kennedy. And then the fated day came where Banjo finally came out. This was a huge day because not only did Banjo get revealed for Smash, but Terry was revealed for the next character down the line, which blew a lot of our minds. Of course, it was leaked a little bit earlier, but a lot of us were like trying to justify how it was fake because Terry was just such an unlikely pick. But also that same day, we got an even bigger surprise because we all were kind of suspecting Terry was the next character because of an SNK leak. And we were thinking, well, if it's going to be anywhere from SNK, it's got to be Terry Bogard, right? And then a huge shocker happened where Sans was presented as a Mii Fighter costume, which took everyone aback. No one saw this coming. It was a huge deal. And it honestly kind of made me think, okay, characters who are really highly requested might actually make it in the game in one way or another. But that same day, and the reason why I bring this up is because we got the reveal of Proto Man and Zero, which I really didn't know how I felt about those Mii Fighters being added in. Because to me, it kind of really threw off any kind of possibility of a Capcom character. It really shook me when I was trying to decide the last character most likely will be Capcom, or at least one of the DLC characters will be from Capcom, because Nintendo and Capcom have such a good relationship, and there's a lot of Sega stuff in the game, but Sega still got a DLC character in the form of Joker, thanks to Sega owning Atlas. Now, the Mii Fighter stuff has been a little inconsistent. It's not an exact perfect way to gauge what characters will be coming. After all, yes, Joker featured Tails and Knuckles Mii Fighter costumes, which were perfectly, aligned with the original theory that, Sega owns Atlas, therefore we get Sega characters. Then the next wave was all straight up Dragon Quest, nothing but Dragon Quest stuff, which it kind of makes sense because Dragon Quest is a long-running franchise. It has a lot that they could use to represent. So you could say that maybe the next Capcom game will just have nothing but representations from that game. And again, Resident Evil is one of those games where you could probably do that. You could probably use all Mii stuff to represent that. So I was it really hurt Resident Evil's chances for me. And when you think about Devil May Cry, and when you think about Ace Attorney or Okami or even Beautiful Joe, I don't think those will work the same way. I mean, I think that if those games were released, releasing Mega Man content alongside it would make the most sense. But when the Mega Man content is released, it makes me think that there's probably not going to be anything from Capcom further in the game. When you really think about it, we got a lot of Capcom stuff thanks to the inclusion of Kin. I mean, there's Ryu, Kin, and Mega Man, all from Capcom. And then you have the inclusion of Monster Hunter stuff with having Rathalos as not only a boss battle, but an assist trophy. So at this point, it's like so many things are being deconfirmed by Capcom. And then it's like, okay, if anything, if Monster Hunter is deconfirmed because of Rathalos, which to me makes a lot of sense, then the next best thing after those 3 series that are already in Smash would be Resident Evil. Now, Resident Evil's been deconfirmed by Spirits. Now, I don't think Devil May Cry is deconfirmed. But something about the timing of the release of these Resident Evil Spirits really rubs me the wrong way. Basically, what I'm saying is Dante might still have a chance in Wave 2. But Resident Evil, I think, is dead in the water. When you think about it, the Resident Evil Spirits were released at a time when Sakurai has already announced he's working on more characters. He's basically straight up said that they didn't say the next list of characters is confirmed yet. But I think this means they already have a good idea. I'm not saying they have the full next wave already figured out. But I think they've already scratched Resident Evil off their list. Otherwise, why would they release these spirits now? You know, they could have released these spirits in the main game. They could have released it after like some of the DLC came out. But they released it like after they already knew possibly what the next few characters will be. Now, I don't know if the next wave will be 5 characters like this wave. You know, this is all fan speculation. Maybe it's only 3 characters. But if they're going to do a single Capcom character, because of the Mega Man Mii Fighters, I can't say it'll be Wave 5. Some people in the leak community have already confirmed Dante is not the 5th character, but now because of the Resident Evil Spirits coming out, I don't even think Resident Evil will be included in Wave 2. So hopefully we do get Dante in Wave 5, because let's face it, I just love Capcom, and I'll take any Capcom representation. But Dante really wouldn't be my main character of choice. However, I do know that Devil May Cry has a cult following, and the people who don't play Devil May Cry just think Dante's really cool and think he has a really impressive moveset. So at the end of the day, no one will be upset about Dante. In fact, I beat Devil May Cry 5. I played 4 and 3 and 1. I think the only one I haven't played is 2. And I played a little bit of DMC, but no one really cares about that one, am I right? I really do I thought 5 was fantastic, return to form, and I would love to see Dante in the game. I mean, that would be super freaking cool, especially if he had all of his different weapons. Maybe not all of them, but he could have so many different weapons from different games, and with his main A attacks mostly being his sword attacks. I mean, Dante fits almost perfectly for Smash in a lot of ways, but so do so many other characters, right? But I'm just saying Dante would work. He would be cool. Fans want him, and I just love Capcom. But I don't know if we'll get Dante for Wave 5. I think it's pretty much deconfirmed or not Wave 5, sorry, for Fighter 5. I think Dante's just not going to be the 5th character. Leakers are saying it's not him, and not only that, but the idea of a Capcom character being in Now, that just blows my mind. Unless they have even more Mega Man characters they're going to release, like Mega Man X and Mega Man EXE or something, but I don't think that's the case. I think that would be really weird. So what I'm thinking is that we're not going to get a Capcom character. That's mainly my point here. And if we do get a Capcom character, it'll be Wave 2, and it won't be Resident Evil. Pretty much, guys, this is just a short video because that's all I really wanted to say, and it's kind of a heartbreaking topic because I really wanted Resident Evil characters, and as we all probably guess, probably not going to happen, but also probably not going to be a Capcom character for the 5th. It's funny because when you really start deconfirming characters on your own rulebook, like how people have been doing the leak community, we're getting down to very few characters left. And I mean, I made a video yesterday trying to show people how many characters are really left on the list and how many characters are probably likely for Wave 2 and who still have a good chance for the end of this wave. But we'll have to see. Alright guys, I'm going to end this video here. Short one this time. Kind of cool, isn't it? But I'll see you guys on the next one.